What's up, everyone? Today we're here to talk about Shazam and Injustice 3. The game hasn't been officially announced, and we have no idea whether or not Shazam will be in it. But if he is, if the Black Lanterns do make an appearance and they resurrect our hero Billy, there's some definite things I would love to see changed about the Marvel himself. So first thing I would love to see changed is 1-1, is 1-2, and his back 1-2. I would like to see slight adjustments on 1-1. I'd like to be a little more consistent. Occasionally, the second punch will miss. Super weird. And it's really stubby. Just like not a ton of range comparatively to some other characters. This looks better than it feels like it is. 1-2, back 1-2 has better range, but again, not super consistent. And then down one is fine, but super stubby. Can we please get rid of 1-2 back 3 and 1-2 4-3? These moves are not special cancelable. They're barely plus or slightly minus on block. They're not interesting, and just 1-1-2 does it better. There's no gap it's special cancelable. You can do interesting things with it. It's great in the corner. So yeah, just like remove back 1 or 1-2 forward 3 and 1-2 back 3. Replace them with something more interesting. But in general, just like the stubbiness of his punches, I would love to see just a little more TLC put into his jabs. Just a little, not a lot, just a little. The next thing I would love to see, changes to the back 3. I hate this move. Just in general, it doesn't look all that powerful to me. I would just love an animation change. Whether it's more an uppercut, maybe it's a shoulder charge, something like that. So it's like kind of brawly, would be really cool. Or maybe it's a big boot. He just kind of takes his leg and friggin' boots him into the wall. That would be dope. Sort of like Geralt's 66K, which is a super cool move for 6K. Yeah, just a big boot. I think that would be so much better than what we have now, which is just like donk. The range is terrible. If you want to keep a sway back, that's kind of nice. You can dodge some highs. It's a little hard, but yeah, like I would love to see that changed. Yeah, just back 3, not great. The range is tremendously bad. The animation's boring. Let's gussy that up a little bit. Next thing, changes trait. Trait is terrible. Solomon's Judgment. Solomon's Judgment powers up all of your punch attacks, but who cares? Because Shazam has some pretty bad punches, to be honest. You're not really going to be able to combo starting with punches, and there aren't. It's really difficult to set up. So if like the easiest way to do it is off of back 3, which I feel like on my Xbox controls is so much harder than on my PS4. But you can do it off of a command grab, right? You can do it off back 2, 3. Whoop. I feel like this is so much easier on my PlayStation. Definitely. Let's not even... So you can do it. You can do stuff like that. You can do it in the corner. Let's just move to the corner really quickly. But I guess just the fact that I'm still having difficulty, with all this stuff, I think it's just hard. This move is hard to use. The only time you can do it really like safely is stuff like that. I believe that you can do it off of hard knockdown, so they can't wake up. They don't wake up in time. But again, it's just not that great. The recovery time is actually double what Superman's is. So I guess really I would love to see something a little more interesting done with his trait. Cheetah already does it better in Injustice 2, so let's leave that to her. Leave sort of the punch power up to her. Gosh, I think like the best thing you can do, his jab is 8 frames. So like the best you can do is, if you want to do something raw, that's 54. I think maybe we can do slightly better. This is 2 meters, mind you. Ooh. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah. In general, I don't like this trait. Shazam has a lot of gods to his name. Give him something cool. Give him a power-up that increases the power of his command grabs. That would be really cool. It would be cool if you could, maybe there was something where you, each time you hit them with a lightning ability or a special move, they build up static charges, and then, you can explode them for either frame advantage or, a bounce during a combo that normally wouldn't. That would be really neat. Yeah, just do something interesting with his trait. I would also give him some more useful mids. He only has, I think, 5 mids. And a couple of them are only used in combos because they're so unsafe. So he has his down 1, which is a mid, 6 frames, really stubby, but great move in general. Hits his fastest punish tool, and pretty good. 2 is his best normal, mostly because of its combo potential, and its tick grab setups. So 2-2 is a tick grab, which is amazing. So keep down 1, keep 2, maybe 3. I mean, like 3 is fine. It's 12 frames, but it's 27 frames of recovery. So, I mean, you're not doing this outside of combos, right? I mean, you're only doing this. Gosh, when are you using this move? Just after this for max damage. For like your max damage Achilles clutch combos. That's it. What else? I guess we also have what else? We have back to 3, which is great. You can keep that in the game for sure. And I think there's one mid that I'm missing. Oh, forward 2-2. So forward 2 Herculean uppercut, I believe, is 16 frames. It leads to an unblockable reset or unavoidable reset. But you're not really using this move in neutral, man. It's 16 frames. It's slow as heck. Doesn't have the best. It's not bad. It's forward advancing. But man, like, the range is not great for what it is. I think maybe if he were standing, it would be better. So even then, this is a mid, but you saw. So the range is better there. But if you're ducking, gosh, the range is just not that great. And I think the full string, 2-2-3, is duckable if you're a small character. So a little bit risky there too. Yeah, so I would like to see a couple more interesting mids. Maybe you replace, outside of one of these punches, these useless punch strings, you give him a mid that makes sense. That would be really cool. So there's that. I would also love a quick quality of life that I think wouldn't change how Shazam plays, but it would just feel better. So if you notice, it takes Shazam about 0.2 of a second to reach his maximum walk speed. See how there's like that tiny stutter and then he gets started? Remove that. Just have him go into max walk speed. Backward and forward. None of that like slight, just back and forward. Just have him do the full walk speed so we can get going. I would love to see that. It's a quality of life change that I would have loved to see forever ago. I feel like that would have made me a better Shazam player. Stuff that can go. This is really cool. I love doing it. Builds meter, gets you out of wake-up situations really easily. The problem being, it's kind of a handicap. And I could see it going. I don't know what they would give for his invincible wake-up, but I'd love to see something. If they keep it super cool, I'll use it, but it's not the most interesting of its abilities. Definitely still like Atlas Torpedo. All the fun Oki is just like, it's just a blast. So I would definitely love to see that, especially if the timing is still such that you can land those cross ups, which are just so fun and dirty. Yeah, so that's super cool. Would love that. And I think that's it. Yeah, just keep his shitty. Definitely keep his shitty lightning bolt. Probably one of the worst projectiles in the game. Keep it. Keep his awesome forward to back dashes. Like, I love the archetype of this character. He reminds me, the only character that's come close that I've been really connected to has been Sun God Kotal Khan, who felt very in your face and brawlery and always threatening with that grab. I'm actually totally fine if you're keeping, if Shazam is keeping his high and low command grabs. Cheetah doesn't do it the same. She does, she just doesn't do it the same. Plus she's not Shazam. But all that being said, I would love to see Shazam back in Injustice, fix his 1-1, remove any of his 1-2 strings, just get rid of them. They're useless. Change the animation on his back 3. Change his trait. Just give him something more interesting. Cheetah does it better. Give him a few more useful mids. 1 or 2, I think, would be awesome. And change his walk speed. Just don't make there any. Just remove the lag time. That would be really cool, and I would love it. And that's it, gang. I'm really hoping Shazam makes it into Injustice 3, if or when that game ever comes out. I would love to play him again. That'd be so much fun. Let's see if I can land my favorite combo right now. Oh, yeah, just make it so I can keep doing this combo. Oh my gosh. That's all I ask. I love this combo. Oh, keep all his aerials. Keep his jump 3. Keep his jump 2. Keep his jump 1. I never use it, but I still like it. That's it, gang. Thanks for listening, and hopefully he comes back. Peace.